Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL buzz lately, you already know that there's a lot of talk about the San Francisco 49ers and how they're reshaping their roster for a potential deep playoff run. But what's catching everyone's attention now is the latest speculation that the 49ers might be willing to part ways with one of their most valuable assets, Trent Williams. Yes, the Hall of Fame caliber left tackle, a guy who's been a cornerstone of the 49ers, offensive line for over a decade, could be on the move. And the target, the Dallas Cowboys. This isn't just some rumor, it's gaining serious traction, and it could be one of the most game-changing moves in the NFL this season. So why would the 49ers consider trading Trent Williams? Well, it all comes down to roster flexibility and their current strategic needs. The 49ers are sitting at 9-4, and they're cap-strapped, around $20 million in cap space, and they're looking to optimize their roster for the future, especially with extensions on the horizon for their young quarterbacks and other key players. According to Diana Rossini, a trusted NFL insider, the 49ers are exploring options to free up cap space and bolster their draft capital, possibly by trading Williams for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. It's a bold move, but one that makes sense in the context of their semi-rebuild approach, especially with a focus on bolstering their defensive line and developing younger players. Now, the Cowboys, who have been battling some offensive line issues this season, would see this as a massive upgrade. They've had their fair share of struggles in protecting Dak Prescott, especially with injuries in the interior and rookie struggles on the edges. Dallas's offensive line has allowed a staggering 35 sacks so far this season, which is way too high for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. And with the injury concerns stacking up, particularly with Tyler Smith, the promising rookie left tackle, battling inconsistency and some struggles, adding a veteran like Williams could fortify their front line significantly. Think about it, Williams is not just any player. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler and 3-time All-Pro with a lifetime PFF grade of 94. 8 and over 185 starts under his belt. His experience, technique, and leadership could be exactly what the Cowboys need to minimize sacks, open up lanes for the ground game, and give Dak Prescott the protection he needs to operate at his best. And let's not forget how Williams has been remarkably durable over his career. Since being drafted in 2010, he's been a consistent force, missing only a handful of games with no serious injuries in recent seasons. In 2025, he's played 12 games with outstanding grades, allowing just 2 sacks, a run block grade of 93. 1, a win rate of 92%, and a pressures allowed rate of only 16. That kind of consistency and elite performance at this stage of his career makes him an ideal fit for Dallas, especially as they look to maximize Dak's prime years and push for a deep playoff run. Now, the move makes even more sense considering the impact Williams could have on the Cowboys' rushing attack. Last season, the 49ers saw a plus 255 rushing yards increase when Williams was in the game, and similar figures could be expected for Dallas. It's not just about protecting Dak, it's about transforming the entire offensive dynamic. With Williams anchoring the line, Dallas could see a significant boost in their rushing efficiency, helping them control the clock and keep opposing offenses off the field. Plus, with the offensive line already showing signs of improvement, sacks dropping by 28% compared to earlier in the season, the addition of Williams could be the final piece to unlock that next level. But it's not just about the offensive side of the ball. The defense could benefit immensely from a more controlled clock and fewer turnovers forced by opponents. When your offense sustains drives longer and keeps the opposing defense on the field, it reduces pressure on the defensive front and secondary. This could translate into a notable dip in points allowed, helping Dallas stay competitive against the top teams in the NFC. Now, diving into the details of what a trade like this could look like, the 49ers are likely to ask for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, which Dallas could be willing to offer, considering their current draft capital and the urgency to boost their offensive line. They might also include some conditional picks or players, but the core idea is that Williams' value warrants a premium. The Cowboys, who are already operating with a cap hit of around $7 million, would need to make some adjustments to their cap structure, but the potential benefits far outweigh the costs. The addition of Williams could also free up some flexibility in future seasons, especially if the Cowboys focus on extending key players like Dak Prescott or CeeDee Lamb. And why stop there? The long-term impact of acquiring a player like Williams goes beyond just this season. It's about establishing a dominant offensive line that can withstand playoff pressures and set the foundation for a possible dynasty. The Cowboys have been building this team for a few years now, and a move like this signals they're all in on maximizing their Super Bowl window. With Williams protecting Dak and opening lanes for Tony Pollard in the ground game, Dallas's offense could become one of the most formidable in the league. Looking at the bigger picture, the NFL as a whole is witnessing a shift. Teams are realizing the importance of protecting their quarterbacks and establishing a solid line of scrimmage. The Chiefs have tweaked their roster with a cap hit of around $20 million, focusing on youth and speed, while the 49ers are making bold moves to stay competitive. The Cowboys, with their rich history and passionate fan base, are eager to join that elite group. The potential acquisition of Trent Williams could be the move that elevates them from a good team to a true contender, capable of challenging for Super Bowl glory in the coming years. But let's be clear, this isn't just about one player. It's about the message it sends to the rest of the league. Dallas is willing to make bold moves, to invest in their offensive line, and to prioritize protecting their franchise quarterback. It's about building a resilient, unstoppable team that can match the best in the league and finally bring that Super Bowl trophy back to Arlington. The division rivals, especially the Eagles and the Giants, will have to watch closely, knowing that this kind of move could shift the balance of power in the NFC East. Now, I know some of you might be wondering about the risks. Trading for a player of Williams' caliber isn't without its challenges. There's always the concern about cap hits, adjusting the roster, and integrating a veteran into a team that's still developing chemistry. But if there's one thing Dallas has shown over the years, it's resilience and a willingness to adapt. This move, if it happens, could be the catalyst for a new era of Cowboys football, one where they dominate the line of scrimmage and finally make that deep playoff push they've been chasing for so long. And speaking of the playoffs, the odds are already in their favor, but with the addition of a player like Williams, those odds could skyrocket. NFL.com reports that a stronger offensive line could add up to 2-1 more wins to their projected total, reducing turnovers and boosting their chances of success in tight games. The Cowboys have the talent, the coaching, and now, potentially, the protection to go all the way. The Super Bowl window is open, and with Williams in the fold, it might just stay that way for a long time. In conclusion, this possible trade is more than just a move. It's a statement. The Dallas Cowboys are serious about competing at the highest level, and they're willing to make bold decisions to get there. Trent Williams, with his elite skills and leadership, could be the final piece that takes this team to new heights. The NFL landscape is shifting, and Dallas is positioning itself to be right at the forefront of that change. Whether it's this season or next, the goal remains the same. Bring home that Super Bowl trophy, and with this move, they're making it clear that they're all in to make that happen. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you think bringing Trent Williams to Dallas could be the move that finally pushes us over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion means a lot to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're on this journey together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for our beloved Cowboys.